everybody, my name is Pizza Brandon, and welcome back to another episode of CRAZIER Crafts here on the CRAZIER Crafts server. Same introduction you guys know and love. Pretty much the same basic routine that we're always at, but we got his friend over here that definitely wants to come and say hi. He's not invited, though. He's not one of the cool cats like you guys. But either way, though, so last episode, you guys didn't catch it. A little bit of a recap. We killed the king after failing pretty drastically to the queen. It was a little bit embarrassing, and I kind of felt like, it just was not one of my better performances. Those purple power things, man, they really get to you. But either way, though, so if you take a look around, we got the same basic thing you guys know and love, which is the crystal chest of justice, pretty much. The crystal chest that show this is an area where the king died, and we got all of his gear. Now, here's the thing about the king. What we tried doing last episode was we tried seeing whether or not the king could possibly drop a green heart canister. Because you guys know, green heart canisters, you know, part of these things that help increase your hearts, you can't get them purposely, you can't get them legitimately in the game. But the king can drop them because the king can drop items that, well, we thought it for two reasons. Number one, we thought that he might just drop them because he's a much more powerful boss, but that's just not true. I don't think it's true for the queen either. Also, the king can also drop items that, you know, you normally can't obtain in vanilla Minecraft. So just because it is in the game right now, you just can only get it through creative. That does mean the king is still able to drop it if you try hard enough, but we're not obviously going to. Now, it's kind of funny. One more thing before we get started here. Someone actually told me over Twitter that a better idea to do this would have been to bring luggies rather than chests, just so the luggies, you know, I could drop them down and they just go out and get everything and just suck everything up in them. And I was like, that is probably the best idea I think I've ever had, and I'm so salty I didn't use that advice. But either way, though, so if you take a look around here, let me go ahead and re-equip my belt of flight here. If you look at our inventory, we've got two new pets. We got the purplicious cow pet, which gives regeneration like crazy, and we also got the what's it called, the Minkerson, which gives resistance 3. So they're both crazy good pets. Now over here, I saved this for the actual episode because I'm so stoked for this, all right? So yeah, like I was saying, though, like, look at this. Shadow Fire from Lycanites. Like, look at this thing you can get right now. This is Shadow Fire that you normally get, like, on the ground, but you can hold as an item. I know, it's fun. What am I holding right now? Oh, I'm in F1. I was like, what am I holding? It makes everything invisible. So, the king did drop one thing that is confirmed to be better than pretty much everything that we have on us right now, and that is Royal Guardian armor. So we now have full Royal Guardian. At least I think so. We're gonna go around hunting for it right now just to make sure that we've got Royal Guardian, because I think we picked up everything. I'm really hoping that we didn't miss anything. But we take a look. Oh, by the way, you guys can see right here, we got a special little we got a little glide effect right there with these boots. So if you hold these boots on you, you actually get a little bit of a glide, which is really cool. So let's see here. So we got that. We got the Royal Guardian chestplate over here, which is also very nice. So we got 2 out of 4 of the pieces so far. We also have the Royal Guardian sword and another big berth if we want to give a gift to anyone, which I think would be, I don't know if I want to give a gift to anyone. Well, okay, I definitely do, but we also have another big berth over here, and we also have the Royal Guardian sword, which will replace our scythe, slice rather. Our slice is good, but I mean, the Royal Guardian just does more damage, and it's got a higher durability, I'm pretty sure. No, it actually doesn't. Okay, interesting. Either way, though, so we got that. Now, let's go ahead and see. We got Things Mask and some other stuff. We got a lot more things we can check out later on. We'll go ahead and just try and find the Royal Guardian stuff right now. That is not Royal Guardian. That is Solstice Boots from Inventory Pets. I'm breaking 4. Fire Protection 4. What the heck is this? Inventory Pets has armor? I've never seen that in my life. What do you do? What do these things do? What do they look like on me? Oh, they look kind of damn cool. Oh, that's sweet. Sure. I don't know what those are actually meant to do, but we're gonna leave them be for right now. They look cool, though. We got Scarlet Witch's boots over there. We got Wolf Trap, bunch of other stuff. The pants. Ooh, those are the pants right there. All right. And we got the helmet. So we were able to get every piece of Royal Guardian gear, which is sick. We're gonna keep the ultimate gear on us just so we have a little bit of backup, I would say. So we got full ultimate gear. That just looks, look at us right now. Now I feel like we're playing in CRAZIER crap. You know what I mean? Like, now we're back in the crazy stuff of things. We got a Royal Guardian sword, which actually, I think if you just, okay, it does use that. I was gonna say, like, that'd be nice if you swung at it. It doesn't actually use the durability, but it does. Now there's a lot of other stuff in here now. Now the king doesn't drop everything from every mod. Like, it doesn't drop every item in the game like I thought it did. It just drops like an assortment of items that are just completely random. So like right now we got a meteorite hoe from there. We got an essence infused pickaxe, which by the way, a lot of people told me that this version of Magical Crops is actually not the more updated one. I realize that. We're going to get it replaced because I don't think anyone's gotten into Magical Crops quite yet, and I would like to get that replaced before people start because it's a really outdated version. We also have a milk bottle from Mine Factory Low. But either way, though, so that's what we did last episode. It's pretty good, and we're looking pretty swagged out, I must say. So let me go ahead and hop back over through a bunch of brown ants around us right now, and I think we're in the brown. No, we're not. We were in the red ant dimension. Okay, so now we got to try and find... Do I not have red ants? ants on me? Oh, I do have red. What am I doing? Okay, hold on a second. There's a bird outside my window. I don't know. It'd look cool. Either way, so we'll go back through there. We'll place down another red ant right about there. There we go. And we'll go back home through this guy. And we should be relatively... Oh, actually, we lost a little bit of food on that teleportation, but we didn't lose any health, which is always really nice. All right, so where are we going right now? Where are we on the map? We are... don't even know what I'm pressing right now. Oh, we're not too far. Let me catch you guys back when we're back home. All right, so check this out, okay? This is what we're going to be doing today. Now, I know I said last episode that I was going to get into, like, those green heart challenges or whatever. I want that episode to settle in for a little bit, get some really good comments, and we'll get into that very shortly. In the meanwhile, though, I do want to expand on something that I've been working on for a while, because it's been a while since I made, like, really good, like, technical progress, I would say, and I want to spend a bit more time on this Emmy system. Now, if you guys take a look at right here, okay, you can see my Emmy drives. I've got 10 of them right now that store all my items. If you guys don't know what that is, search back up or whatever. Basically, storage drives, think of hard drives in a computer that store all my items. Pretty simple. These things, you can see, 8 out of 10 of them are orange, not green. We've only got 2 green ones, and as you can see right here, these are 4K Emmy storage cells. For the most part, as you can see right here, they're pretty filled up. Now, here's how these things work, okay? They have a maximum type you can have and a maximum byte you can use. So, for example, a type would be something like cobblestone. A byte would be how much cobblestone you have. So, for example, if I had, like, in this one right here, it's not even used. If I put in 4,096 cobblestone, it would say you've used all your bytes and you have 1 type used. So, that's that right now. And if you have all your types used, it doesn't matter how many bytes you have. It's just, you know, you can't use anymore. So right now, for example, none of these are filled up completely, but we can't store any new items onto any of these 8 right here. And this one's already getting filled up right now. So we need some new storage space for this, because we were like getting it. This is like the entry level storage system. Okay. You got to talk about that. But if you take a look over here, I searched up all of applied energistics. Look at what we got right now. So we got the creative. This is for creative mode, but we have over here, we have the 1K Emmy storage cell, which I know this is a 1K right now. It doesn't really matter all that much because we're not even using all this, but if I was to take this out for whatever reason, it would take all my items with me because they're actually stored physically onto these drives. So that's why I wasn't able to replace it. I've got a spare one somewhere, but there's the 4K Emmy storage cell, and then there's a 16K, the 64K, the 2, whatever that is, like a spatial storage cell, a 16 spatial, and then a 128 spatial. I don't know what numbers these actually are. It says they're cubed. I don't know offhand what, like, those numbers would actually be, but I know for a fact, like, it's pretty damn insane. And I kind of want to build these a little bit here because it says right here, like, it doesn't say the amount of bytes that can be used for this. I have no idea what it comes down to, but if you take a look right here, to make a 4K Emmy storage cell, you need the quartz glass, redstone, iron ingot, but the main guy is this right here, the 4K Emmy storage component. Now, to make this, you need a calculation processor, a bunch of 1Ks, and to make that, you need Certus quartz and a logic processor. It's pretty simple when it comes to crafting these guys, but as for this one over here, you take a look what we need for this one. You need a spatial component that looks pretty, like, that's a pretty menacing thing. Like, comparing it to that, to this giant thing, it's like, wow, it's pretty intimidating. But you take a look in there. So what you need is an engineering processor, which is made out of printed engineering circuits, as well as, like, other stuff or whatever. It's a little bit complicated, but we'll get into that in just a bit. And then to make those, you need a 16 spatial component, which is made out of these guys right here. And then you need a 2x spatial component. And then to make those guys, you need a flux pearl. Now, flux pearls are made out of pure flux crystals, as well as, I think, just standard ones, flux dusk, and ender pearls. So they're relatively easy to make, but we're gonna need a lot of them. Like, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of these suckers. So now, like I said here, you guys got to remember the 10 4K Emmy storage cells that we have is nowhere near anywhere close to the amount of storage you can have with one of these guys. And the reason why I want to get upgrading into this, I don't know anything about this, but there's compressed cobblestone in here, which if you guys don't know what that is, I don't either. All I know is that you can compress cobblestone, and it's really good for, like, RF and just some sort of energy. I really don't actually know what it's used for, so I'm not going to pretend like I do, but either way, I want to work up to the point where we can get, like, 10 of these spatial storage cells to where I could store, like, millions upon millions, billions, quadrillions of cobblestone inside of one of these drives. Now, obviously, you can make channels where you can have, I think you can have multiple of these drives hooked up to one machine, which would make all this kind of worthless, but, well, actually not even near worthless still, though. So we're going to go and spend some time right now kind of getting into the basis of making this just, if we can make this, okay? If we can make this, that'll be like a huge milestone for us in this series. Like, that is a crazy amount of storage. And we also have like portable cells and stuff like that. Not really too phased on making those, but either way though. So we're gonna try making this, guy. So to make the very simple components of this, let's go down here. So we got the 128, the 16, and then the 2 times spatial component. To make one of these, let me go ahead and get, I guess like a little screenshot right there so we know. So we're gonna need flux pearls, glowstone dust, and an engineering processor to make one of these. We're gonna need 4 of those. So we're gonna need 4 engineering processors, 16 pearls, and 16 glowstone dust. So let me actually take a look here and see in this chest that we've got right now how many. So we've got currently 3 flux crystals. Now we're gonna want to make a bit more of these, and if I recall how this works, I don't know if I do or not. I'm pretty sure you have to drop Certus quartz, nether quartz, and redstone into water, and it should make it, like, let me go ahead and check right here. So redstone, charged Certus quartz, as well as that, and it should create. Yeah, there we go. Look at all those, baby. Holy freaking damn. All right. So that used up all of our quartz right there. And now we've got a lot of flux crystals, which is just beautiful. So now we're going to have to go ahead and see whether or not we have any ender pearls. I don't know if I have any of them learned up, so I think I've got some in here. Ender. Oh, God. Lagging a little bit. Is it? Oh, it's lagging badly. Oh, no. Guys, I maximize Minecraft, and when I maximize Minecraft, bad things happen. We got a little bit of a black screen right now, but hopefully, okay, we'll pretend that never happened. All right, so we're gonna go and check this out. So ender pearl, we have 55. Oh, wow. I didn't actually know we have that many ender pearls. We're gonna go ahead and grab all of them for right now. And if I don't have them learned up, I do have the, okay, so I do have ender pearls learned. Very, very cool. So we got those, and we're also gonna need our good pal glowstone. Now, I don't know if I have any glowstone or not. Glowstone, I do have 14 of these guys right now. Let me see, do I have glowstone learned up? I do not, so we're gonna get those guys learned. So in the meanwhile, this is how you craft one of them. So you take 4 flux crystals along right here. You take an ender pearl in the middle, and then you take glowstone dust surrounding it right there. That is not how you make, how do you make it again? Hold on. My mistake. I actually got these 2 patterns completely mixed up, okay? I was trying to combine like 2 different recipes. So to make this one, you actually need flux dust rather than just the glowstone surrounding it. I was like, that doesn't seem right. So what we're gonna need to do, I'm pretty sure for this guy right here, if we don't have any flux dust already on us, which I think we should, do we not have any flux dust? I don't think we do. I think we've used all of it. So what we have to do to get flux dust, I'm pretty sure, is you put in the flux crystals in here, and we pretty much just grind. We just grind them up, and by doing that, it should give us, yeah, there we go. So we got 1 flux dust in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend a little bit of time right now, I guess, just grinding these guys up for the moment, and I'll catch you all back after we've just basically brutaled them down into what we need. I'm trying to think to myself right now. So we need 4 of these dusts to make 1 pearl. We need 4 pearls to make 1 of the something or another, and then we need 4 of those to make the other something or another. So with that said, we're gonna need like, what is that, 64 of these? I don't even know. I'm not even trying to count right now, but we got 18 flux dust. I think it should be enough to go ahead and show you guys what we're in the middle of. So let me go and take a flux crystal, surround them up right there. So we got 15 of those. We'll put the pearls in, and then we surround them right there, and we now have enough for 4 flux pearls. Now, I don't know if you can throw these. I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure you can, but I'm not going to, so I don't waste my time. So we now have the flux pearls. So what we have to do after that, I'm pretty sure I should have the glowstone learned up pretty soon. Okay, so now we're gonna need glowstone as well as an engineering processor, which is made out of a printed engineering circuit and a printed silicon. Now, I think we have printed silicon. I'm not actually sure if we do, but we're gonna need an engineering press for a diamond. So we'll go ahead and grab that right now. So we're gonna put this guy, where's the engineering? So we got the engineering right now, and we have a diamond. We don't actually have many diamonds. Well, I'm completely wrong in saying that. We've got quite a few diamonds. So let me go ahead and get these guys turned to 27 of those. So if you guys don't know how these things work, by the way, you go ahead and put in the inscriber right here. This guy's powered up by everything else, and you put in a diamond over there, and then pretty much it's going to go ahead and combine these 2 into some other machine. You can actually take a look at it right now. It like literally presses it down into a new object. So we now have a printed engineering circuit, which is cool. So we're going to go ahead and put that away right there, and then we'll get the silicon out. So now we take a silicon right in there, and then we put the silicon that we've got right over here into there, and now this will create a printed silicon press, and then we combine both of them, which I believe, what do we need to combine it with? It's combined with a printed silicon with a redstone. Okay, so we'll need redstone along with that. So we got silicon there. We'll take that guy out. So now that we've got both of those done up, Let me go ahead and get out a little bit of redstone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put both these guys in there and a little bit of redstone. And I think we're going to need multiple of these, but we'll just go ahead and show you guys the basics of it right now. I don't expect to have this done by the end of the episode, by the way. I've got some other stuff to record relatively soon, and I don't have 5 hours, unfortunately. I was going to record this last night, so I had like all the ample time in the world. So get this, okay? A little bit of a story, I guess, while I'm in the middle of crafting this up. Kara was in the middle of streaming, I think, for about 20 minutes. It was like 8 o'clock my time at night. And we were about to, you know, record everything and just, you know, get a pretty good day. So everything was done for tomorrow because I actually want to see Deadpool tonight. I haven't seen it quite yet. And right when I was going to start recording, my power went out. From 8 o'clock till about, I wasn't awake for this, but I was told by my dad, it was about 8 o'clock in the afternoon or in the evening to 4 a.m. in the morning. So I basically couldn't work at all. Like, it wasn't even my internet. The power just went straight out. So unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time right now. So let me go and see if I recall this offhand. So now we got our engineering processor in the middle, and we'll put our glowstone on the side, and we got our flux pearls over there. And now we can go ahead and get one of these guys, a 2x spatial component. That's a pretty good step right there. So I think right now, so let me see, to actually make one of these spatial ones, we could, oh, you know what? We could actually make a we can make a spatial storage cell right now if we really wanted to. If we wanted to, so this is a cubed right now, okay? I don't know what the storage is on 2 cubed. Because right now, like, to make a 16 of these, right, we would need 4 of those and then an engineering processor. So we're already, like, here's the thing. With the fact that we have the dupe trees over there, you know, if you guys could take a little bit of a look right there. Oh, it's a good view. You guys can see we're actually in the middle of duplicating up the crystals, what is it called? The Certus quartz? Yeah, this right there. So we have infinite amounts of it, thanks to ore spawn. So that's just crazy good. But with that, though, we could actually make one of those circuits if we wanted to, or we could take a little bit of time and make because once we make these into a storage cell, that's it. We can't use it over again. And to make one of these 128, like this, 128 versus 2 cubed, I believe is pretty goddamn huge. I need pigs. I don't have any pigs. I dones have pigs. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerome. I think the world would have some pigs for you. I don't know what he needs pigs for, but either way, we also have a spare Emmy chest in here. Oh yeah, because I forgot we duped these things. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm about to freaking drive you all insane. Okay, so this is an Emmy chest right here. You know what I'm gonna go ahead and do? I'm gonna go over here, right? I don't know whether or not I'm in the middle of actually doing this already. I don't think I am. Yeah, I don't think I've touched it, but I'm gonna go over here, right? And I'm gonna grab these pickaxes, and I'm actually, was there a tree that I'm not using right now? Oh, look at all these diamonds, boys. All right, let me go ahead and mine up these diamonds real fast here, just so we can get a little bit more exchange energy in our table. The main goal, by the way, from what I've heard, is to get compressed cobblestone to use that as an energy source rather than god apples, because we can get a lot more with those compressed cobblestone. So we'll put an Emmy chest down right there, and I'm pretty sure, if I know this correctly, this should actually duplicate up the Emmy chest. So we got actually, well, you know what? We might want to use that as a little demonstration. So I might pick that guy up in just a moment. But either way, we're going to go ahead and fly back over here real fast. I think let's try and make the 16. Was it the 16 cube? It's a 2 times and a 16 cube spatial, and then we can go ahead and make the 128, I think, another time after I do a little bit more work. So let's go ahead and get this done. I hate these floating boots. In fact, you know what? Where are my, let me actually look up long fall boots. I got my long fall boots right over here. Let me pop these guys on. I forgot this is actually what I am used to doing. So I have the long fall boots on now, so I don't have like that stupid effect or whatever, like the glide. I hate it. It's really cool in some circumstances, but other times, it's just kind of a little bit obnoxious. So, to make the 16 time, we're going to need, I think, 4 of... Is it 4? Yeah, so it's 4 of those guys, and then another engineering processor. So, we're going to need about 5 engineering processors right now. So, I think we're going to go ahead and grab out... Where is it? We got over here. I'm going to have to grind up a bit more of those guys, too, I'm realizing. So, we'll go ahead and get our engineering press right now. We'll put that guy right in there, and then I guess we'll just put in a few diamonds and have this guy churn through. And I'll catch you guys back after we've made a little bit of progress getting that all... Oh, well, that's actually really fast. Is that what we need? An engineering circuit? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys back in just a short little bit. So we're in the middle right now of combining up the, because I'm pretty sure we're going to need 5 of these. We might actually only need 4, but I guess it's just good to do it either way. Where is the ones that we're going to, okay, so we're going to need those right there as well as the redstone. Okay, there we go. So we got the guys underneath there. It's kind of funny though, is because for some reason, and I'm not sure why, like looking at this right now, I was really scared to get into like the higher levels of this, because before we only had the 4K Emmy sword cell, which was just this calculation processor with these and the logic processors in there. But if you think about it, it really isn't like all that difficult to get something like the 128 spatial component, because like we already have all the materials really that we need to be able to do this. So really, like right now we're working on building up to a 16, and we're going to be able to get that 16 by the end of this episode. But if you think about it, if we were just able to get 3 more of those 16s, we would have a 128 like right then at that moment, which is actually pretty cool to think about. So, I mean, I should be able to do some work off camera now because the power's not going to go out tonight, and be able to probably get that 128, at least maybe even multiple done up by next episode. So that's pretty sick. So either way though, we got 5 of the engineering processors. So now what are we going to need to make one of these? So again, we're going to need 2 times spatial components. So to make these, we need the flux pearls and the engineering processor. So we're going to need a lot of flux pearls. So right now, oh yeah. Okay, so what we're going to have to do at the moment is I'm going to have to go ahead and put in more of these guys right now and pretty much just grind up all of these pearls as much as I can into dust. So I'm going to take another cut and lean back in my chair right now. And I'm just going to let this thing work its job. Radio. So let me go ahead and lean back up in my chair after relaxing there for a little bit. So at the moment, we currently have 28 flux crystals and 26 flux dust, which is pretty good. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this wrong. There's a very good chance I might be, but either way. So we're going to go ahead and use all these guys to go ahead and make again. So how many of these are going to be able to make then? We got these guys over here. There we go. So we got 7. It looks like we're going to be able to make 6 flux. Oh my God. We're going to need more of that. Oh, yes, we are definitely going to know. Oh, we are going to need so much more than just that amount. Okay, let's go ahead and pop those crystals back in right now. Do I have any more I don't. Okay, so charge surface quartz, we got 64 of that right there. We're going to need 64 redstone as well, and then we're going to need 64 quartz, I believe, to go ahead and turn those guys into it. So yeah, we have enough for 1 more of those, and we're going to need 2 more after that. So let's go ahead and take this time right now to go ahead and gather up some quartz. Now, again, freaking the fact that we have the Emmy table, or not the Emmy table, the EMC table, I'm getting confused between all of them. The fact that we have the EMC table and the duplication trees and just everything along that with this mod makes it so easy, and I love it. It's kind of good for beginners, you know what I mean? Like, there's no straining, but either way, nether quartz, surface quartz, and redstone. Let's just watch those guys all pop off right now into those purple crystals. At least I believe it's what I used at the beginning there. We got a little bit of rain, and did I toss in the wrong thing? I might have tossed in the wrong things. Did I? Did I toss in the wrong things? Charge, do I need charge? I think, oh, you know what? Wait a second. Is that not charge? Oh, it's not charge. Hold on. I think I need charge surface quartz along with the redstone as well. So let me see. Is that going to turn into flux? Because I might just... Oh, okay. So you need charge surface quartz, not... Oh, all right. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. So let me go ahead and pop those guys back in there. Pop the redstone back. And then let's go ahead and grab up, see if I have any more charge in here. I do have a 22 more charge. I do not have full stack of charge. I only have the full stack of the regular. So we'll go ahead and hop those guys in and let those all combine up into the ones that we need right there. There we go. Go ahead and pop off everything that we need. And then let me go ahead and go over here then. So I think I have the charge. Should still be duplicating up from before. Yes, it is. We're going to go ahead and weather clear 100,000, 100 million, whatever that number may be. You are the charge, I believe. Where's the charge? The charge is... Okay, charge is right over... Is it here? Which one to use the charge? Surface quartz. Oh, I could just be looking at the top right there. Surface quartz. There we go. We got the charge right here. Now, the only thing that I hate about this, right, is the fact that I'm pretty sure it's going to spawn one of those baddies and ruin my entire area. Please, for the love of God, do not do that right now. We're so close. Sweet. We got a whole little selection right there, and we now have a full stack of charge surface quartz. So we can go ahead and pop that in there. I do not want to lose this guy. This is like my baby right now. So let's go ahead and drop that right in there as a little gift for you. Have fun. Transformation. It's like a chia pet. You're growing it in water, baby, and I love it. All right, so there, look at all that. So that's beautiful. So now we have a full stack, or we have 2 stacks right there of flux crystals. I think we picked up everything. Yes, we did. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take one of those stacks right there of flux crystals and put them in the grindstone. I don't think separating them really does anything. And we'll get this all turned out into dust. And then I think from there, we should be good to go. So time to lean back in the chair again. All right, so we're in the middle of crushing these out right now, and we should, okay, so we got about 44 of these dust. We got 46 in total now, which I think is going to be just enough to be able to do this. So let's go ahead and get these ender pearls up in our inventory right there, and then we'll be able to get 11, which I think should be enough. Let me actually see. Please tell me that'll be enough. We got 8 right there. We can go ahead and split those up a little bit more. So we got 17. Yes, we are now able to get what we need. So now we got our engineering processes right here, so we can go ahead and take our glowstone. We're going to need a little bit more glowstone, actually. Let me get a full stack up in here. There we go. Got a full stack of glowstone. Now, I think we'll just want to use 3 of these for right now. So let's pop in then 3 engineering processors in the middle then, if I recall how this what's it called? Formula, crafting recipe. That's the word I'm looking for. This thing's messing with my mind right now. How this thing works. So this should give us now 3. Oh, baby. I am so pumped right now. So check us out. We're going to go ahead and put these guys back away in here. It's nice having a backpack that's just completely null of everything. So we can just keep like all this good stuff on us right now. Like kind of in our spare inventory. So everything that we need for this mod pack, we can kind of just put in right here. We got 25 blocks of diamonds. I'm going to go ahead and pop these right in there, and then there we go. We got 2.9 million energy. That's beautiful. And I think from there, I think we're pretty much good to go. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, we got our 12k, that's a 64 times, so our 16 cubed rather, spatial components. So to make that, we're gonna need glowstone, 4 of these, and the engineering processor. So we'll pop in, where is our, okay, so we got 4 of them right there. Let me go ahead and get that one out. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Engineering processor right in the middle, and the glowstone right around there. And then guys, we got our 16 times, or 16 cubed rather, spatial component. I need to stop saying times. It's cubed, Brandon, it's cubed. Okay, so now that we've got that, again, we could just hang on to this right now and go for a 128, but I kind of just want to do is just to see like what kind of territory I'm getting into right now. And I don't mind just spending a little bit more time making another one of these. That's fine for me, but it's going to take quite a while. Either way though, so we got this right now. So we're going to need 2 quartz, glass, 3 redstone, 3 iron. Achievement, get network apprentice. What did I just do? Was me doing that? Did that just give me an achievement or something? Because that was a delayed viewing achievement. Either way, though. So, we got 2. Oh, we got 2 quartz glass. Look beautiful right there. Okay. So, now we're going to need the redstone on the side as well as a little bit of iron. And then, guys, I think... So, let me go ahead and grab this up right now. So, iron, we'll go ahead and get 1, 2, and 3 out for you right there. So, now, if we go ahead and take the quartz glass along with there, we got this guy and the 3 redstone there and the iron on the bottom. We now have a 16 cube spatial storage cell. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So now I don't really want to go ahead and use that one over there, even though they are lighting up a bit green right now. Still, we're on the verge of maxing all of them out. So let me go ahead and go over here. Yeah, hold on. Whoa. What the fudging heck is this? What is this? Did we just glitch again? I don't think these things are meant to be duplicated. Does it drop in? Oh, okay, it does drop in normal. I was gonna say, like, really? That's just insane right there. But either way, so here's the other side of this, okay? So this is not just like as easy as crafting these guys and then we literally have like everything that we need now, because you guys have to understand, when we only had this 1k Emmy storage cell to power it, all we needed was one of these energy cells and only one of the vibration chambers. Now that we've got all of these in here, we had to actually upgrade to 3 vibration chambers all going at the exact same time. So it's kind of mental how much power I'm just like assuming that we're gonna need for this guy right here. In fact, I'm kind of even a little bit scared right now. So let me go ahead and pop this guy down right here. It should be turned on. MHS cannot read storage cells. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and pop this in right here. I don't know what this is gonna set. Oh. We can't use that in a normal chest. Can we not even... We can't use these in the normal Emmy drives. 16 cubes, spatial storage cell. Emmy storage cell. Okay. So, right. So these guys are for one thing. These are for a whole nother. Pardon me that I'm a noob. Let me actually take a look up and see what we have to use these guys with. Because I think to be able to use these, we might have to duck into channels, which is a whole nother thing in here. Let me be right back real fast. I'm reading this up right now, and my god. Alright, well, I think we just dove into an area of applied energistics that's going to get really fun from here on out, because I'm reading this right now. Let me go ahead and just show you guys what I'm working with, okay? So let's go ahead and look this up real fast. So spatial, okay? So now with that, we have, that's I think something different. Spatial pylons. So we got these guys right here. We have a spatial IO port, and then the rest of these. So we're going to need to build these 2 guys right here. And from what I'm seeing... with these, I think we might actually have to jump into channels. Now, so to build one of these guys, we need some glass. We need an Emmy IO port, I don't know what that actually does. Emmy glass cables, energy process. So simple stuff from there. And to build an Emmy IO port, we need 2 Emmy drives, an Emmy glass cable, a logic processor. And to make one of those, that's pretty simple. Okay, it's pretty simple. Spatial pile, on the other hand, is actually a very easy thing to build. We only need one of these flux crystals, 2 flux dusk, 4 quartz glass, and an Emmy glass cable, 2 of them actually. So, I mean, in order to build these guys, this seems to be the big one. The IO port is the huge one. Now, to build the ME IO port, we're going to need 2 ME drives, and to build those, you know, we got everything. I already told you guys that. Either way, though, I have a feeling that this is going to be something a little bit interesting to look up, and I'm pretty, you know, it was a noob thing in me to think that the spatial meant the same thing as an ME storage cell. I didn't actually know it didn't say ME on here. I thought they were the same thing, but, I mean, hey, I thought, you know, upgrade, that you'd wind up just getting, you know, more and more storage. But, I mean, obviously, that's not the case. I'm a pretty damn fool, but hey, I'm new to this mod. Thought I had something under my wraps, and I should probably realize that with the complications in this, I definitely did not. So, spatial storage cell, ME chest. I guess we'll have to dive into that another time then, because we got a lot of stuff over here I gotta do a little bit of research on. Let me actually check out one last thing real quick, and I'll be right back. So yeah, I'm looking into here, what we're gonna need to be able to do to actually make any use of what we just created. But basically, like, think of it like this, all right? We just created, like, for example, a hard drive in a computer, but we don't have the motherboard, we don't have the graphics card, we don't have the case, we don't even have the case to build this computer in, but it's okay because we got the hard drive, right? Right? So, we have a lot more room to even work on this before we can make any use of this whatsoever. Kara's right behind me trying to give a little heart. You're not getting out of here that fast.
I love you.
Yep, alright, there you go. Love you too, babe. Alright, so, yeah. We need to do a lot more research before we can even make use of this whatsoever. What would have been a great idea to do, instead of doing the 4K right here, was probably just to upgrade to the 64 times MB storage system. And I think, honestly, that might be our next bet, because right now, if you take a look at it, this only allows for 4,000 bytes. This allows for 65,000 bytes, which is a lot, okay? It's a lot right there. And I think that would have been a good plan through. So to make that guy, we need one of these guys, which requires, it's a little bit of a difference. So engineering processors, 16 times, and then 4 times, and then a 1K time. So, and then I don't actually know to make these if you need any flux crystals. I don't think you do. I'm pretty sure, actually, from what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like you need any flux crystals to make any of this, because you need the engineering processors or whatever, which are made out of the engineering circuits and silicon. But I don't actually think, you know what I could actually do? I could get working, we got Bam Storm going in the background right there, but... So to make one of these guys, we're going to need a lot of Certus crystals, basically, and a lot of logic processors, as well as a lot of engineering processors. So I might get into working on that very, very soon. But for right now, I mean, just because we made this doesn't mean I'm not going to jump into it very soon. But I think either way, we've got something that is very, very valuable to getting started on, like, because right here, guys, you have to understand, this is so basic of what Emmy really is right here. Let me go ahead and talk with the weather again right now. This entire little setup that we've got right here, and this chest and this drive and the crafting terminal and everything, is so basic and simple with Emmy, and there's so much more to experience with this mod. So what I think I might actually do right now is, I would assume would be probably a good idea to maybe end it off, or actually, I could try crafting a bit of these storage. You know what, actually? Let me not leave you guys hanging. I'm going to craft one of these 64K ME storage cells, so at least we did some sort of productivity that we could get working on, like, right now. I'm just in the middle of doing my presses and everything right now. And my dragon just appears. Literally out of nowhere. But it's okay, because, guys, my dragon's here. This guy. Where did you come from, and why are you here? Are you gonna leave? Nope. No, he's staying here permanently. He's just... Yep. He's just having fun. Basically, what I'm in the process of doing right now is it took a lot of time to make these engineering circuits. I've made a lot of them pretty much. So we got these guys over the engineering cells and the silicon press, which I believe is right there. Let me go ahead and get these guys right up rolling. There we go. So we got 4 logic processors, and we're going to make ourselves 4 engineering processors, which I think should be enough to get this done. And I also have over here 12 logic circuits if I need them, 4 printed silicon, and 4 other logic processors, which I actually didn't even know that I had, but apparently I do, because I crafted a little bit too many of them. At least I think so. I don't know whether or not I'll need more of them, but either way, we got a lot of these guys right now. So let's go ahead and get this sucker cracking. So in order to make the simple 1K Emmy storage component, we're going to need 4 logic processors and 4 Certus cores. I believe normal... I don't actually know. Ooh, it's not so... Okay, so normal service cores will actually work right now. So we got 64 of those guys right there. And we also need... what was the other thing that we need? We need redstone. Okay, so redstone's going along the corner right now. So we're going to have enough for 10 of those. So we'll put the service cores along there. And then we got our logic processor. So we got 4 1K ME storage cells. Pretty simple. Pretty basic. So now, in order to make a 4K, we're going to need... oh, God. Man, is that a lot of them. Okay, so we're gonna need up to make the 16K. Oh my days. All right, this is a lot of work right now. I don't actually know if we have everything to be able to do this. In fact, I think I'm pretty far off. But in order to make... Man, this is something right now. So in order to make a 4K ME storage component, we need 3 of these guys right here. And right now we have 4 of them. So we're going to go ahead and grab our calculation processor. Did not even know that I needed that one. Do I have a I do have a calculation. I've got like a one-off one right now. Okay, well that's something. And we're also going to need quartz glass, which is out of nether quartz dust or Certus quartz dust, which I believe I should have some. I do have nether quartz, Certus quartz dust. What about nether quartz dust? Oh no. I don't think I have much nether quartz dust either. Oh, shoot. Dust, if we search up right... Oh, we do have 4 nether quartz dust, and I believe I should have some glass along in here, too. Okay, so, quite clear glass. We don't need that right now, and I don't believe we have any more. We do not have any more glass in here. So we're just gonna go ahead and make up the one that we need right now. So we'll go ahead and put the glass along. I believe it was like this, and then I think if we were to combine these right now and then put the other Certus quartz, we should be able to get 4 quartz glass. I should be able to duplicate this, I think, on the dupe trees. I'll have to see. So in order to make that, we need... yeah, so that's pretty simple. So we'll put the calculation processor up there, and then we'll put the, I think, how was it? Was it the redstone in the corners? And then I think it was the ME storage component like that, and then the glass in the middle. Yeah, so we got a 4K ME storage component like that. And that's actually all that I have for right now. We've got a lot more Certus quartz in here, but in order to make that, I'm going to need a lot more of these, which is going to require a lot more logic processors, which I should have a lot of. Let me see. So I've got, I've got printed logic, so I don't actually have the logic processors, but I got the printed logic circuits. Okay, so now we can actually go ahead and do a little bit more work with that. So we'll take the redstone right here and the logic processors. I believe they went like, how did they go right here? They went in the middle right there, and then the Certus quartz surrounding it right about there. So we got another 5 of those right now. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and put in 2 or 1 of those right now. And I think it was also redstone along, was it around the corners? It might have been around the corners. And then we need, oh, well, okay, to make that, we actually are going to need a calculation processor we don't have, which requires a calculation circuit and silicon. Guys, I'm going to do a little bit of this off camera. Next episode, I think either if I'm working with... So we have a few options for next episode. I can either go into the Green Heart Challenge, which I think I might do relatively soon. Or we can do the 64K ME storage component, which is going to require a little bit of off-camera work. Or we can get into the big belly of the beast, which is the spatial storage cell. And that is also a pretty heavy monster right there. So either way, we're going to tip it off right now. We've got a lot of work done so far. And I'm proud of myself for getting into that. We at least have something. Do I know how to use it? Not necessarily, but hey, that doesn't matter. We're at least getting into it. So either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a little bit of kind of getting, I guess, what was good for this episode was getting back into the mindset of ME and just like getting, you know, like reminding myself, hey, this is a technical mod pack. You haven't really done a lot of technical stuff in a little while. Get back into working with that. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy upgraded very, very soon so we can get some awesome stuff going in the future. What I'm thinking of actually doing as I mentioned this before, is I have my ideas for my third island or whatever, where I wanted to make that like Aurora Castle. I might actually see if I can somehow make that like my Emmy component center with like my channels and everything, because we're gonna need like a really large open field for that area. So that might actually be what I do with that, so we'll have to see. But either way, guys, hopefully you all enjoy. Take care. Hope you're all having a great day. It is nearly the weekend. What is it right now? I think it's Thursday. Is it there? No, it's Friday right now. Hey, Friday hype. That's what happens when you're not in school and you've been doing this job for too long. So you forget the days of the week. But either way, guys, take care. Catch you all back next time. The dragon says goodbye. I hate this guy so much. Ciao.